The Wire is brought to you by Resora. Elevate your real estate marketing with Resora. Effortlessly design, manage, and automate stunning email and social campaigns with our intuitive platform built for real estate. Say goodbye to complex marketing. Get started with your free account today at Resora.com. And by Notebook LM by Google. Unlock the power of your information with Notebook LM. Upload your documents and instantly access an expert AI that answers your questions, summarizes key points, and generates insights, all based on your specific sources. Become a knowledge master with Notebook LM. Try it now at notebooklm.google.
Well, some interesting real estate news this week. A lot happening, especially around NAR membership, seems like.
Yeah, feels like a real shift, like with HomeSmart and Realty One Group in Arizona, letting their agents opt out of NAR starting next year.
Arizona, right. Always seems to be where these new real estate trends pop up.
It does, doesn't it? And the timing is interesting, too. Right after Phoenix Realtors started that MLS choice thing, lower cost way to access the MLS, but without needing full NAR membership. Makes you wonder, right? Could this be like the beginning of a bigger trend? Like, are we going to see more people opting out of NAR?
Yeah, how would NAR even adapt if that happened? Would we see more localized stuff popping up? Maybe even moving away from the whole commission structure?
Speaking of commissions, RS Media's recent study showed they've fallen since that NAR settlement about buyer-agent agreements. Smallest decline, though, was in the Northeast. Right. Seems like a couple of reasons for that. Northeast already had the lowest average commission rate, even before the settlement. And I think experts are suggesting that in those pricier markets, people just care less about shaving off a percentage point when the overall price is so high.
It's like those sellers in New York City, right?
Yeah.
Sticking with the traditional model.
Yeah.
Where the seller pays the commission, seeing it as a way to protect their property values.
Makes sense strategically, since the settlement didn't actually ban that model, just how it's advertised.
Yeah.
Still on the table, some people definitely see it as an advantage.
Now let's talk about United Real Estate for a sec. They've been growing like crazy, and their president, Rick Haas, says a lot of it is because of their flat fee model. What do you think about that?
Well, for agents, it's got to be attractive, right? Especially now, with the market being so uncertain, maybe not closing as many sales, letting them keep more of their commission could be huge.
And it's not just attracting agents, they're acquiring brokerages too. But being really strategic about it, focusing on cultural fit, making sure their values align.
Smart move for any company, honestly. Makes integration smoother, helps them keep their identity, even as they get bigger.
And they're investing a lot in technology. Their tech stack streamlines everything, supports all those agents they have, and keeps costs down.
It's really a great example of how tech can help you grow. Automating stuff, centralizing information, that lets them handle a bigger network of agents really efficiently.
Kind of like what Guild Mortgage is doing with AI. Using it in their loan origination process. They handle hundreds of loan programs, multiple investors, and they've streamlined it all with AI.
Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? AI analyzes all that data, finds patterns, makes recommendations much faster than a person could. Quicker approvals, fewer errors.
Right, and it frees up their loan officers to actually focus on, the human stuff. Building relationships, giving personalized advice. It's pretty amazing to see how technology is changing things.
Yeah. ERA Real Estate is doing something a little different, though, with their Move Up campaign, encouraging agents to share their clients' success stories and home transformations on social media. What do you think about that strategy?
I think it's smart. Tapping into that user-generated content, right?
Yeah.
Creating a sense of community. And they're seeing more engagement on their ERA University platform, too. That whole thing got revamped.
Shows they're really committed to their agents' success, which is good for everybody, really.
Definitely. And it's not just online learning either. They've got live coaching, sales rallies, even mastermind sessions.
It's like a whole approach to agent development. And it seems to be working. They're seeing a ton of growth in web traffic and leads.
It's a good sign that they're connecting with people, right?
Yeah.
Both consumers and agents. Now, some leadership changes, too. Travis Kessler, CEO of Texas Realtors, is retiring. Membership more than doubled during his time there. And Mike Barnett, his successor, has been with the organization for 18 years.
Wow, 18 years. He's got to have so much experience. That'll definitely be helpful in this new role.
And at Fathom Realty, they've brought in Andrew Schock as VP of Operations.
Yeah.
He's coming from EXP Realty.
Interesting. Wonder what he'll bring to Fathom. He's got a lot of experience in operations. Could be really helpful as they grow.
Speaking of growth, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate is doing something kind of cool. They renamed their top honor to the Sherry Chris Award. Recognizes their founding president and CEO, her legacy and the brand's core values.
That's a great way to honor her and to inspire others to live up to those values, right? Passion, authenticity, inclusion.
And finally, RIOSO, the Real Estate Standards Organization, announced their 2025 board of directors. That's a pretty diverse group. People from MLSs, brokerages, tech companies.
Their work on data standards is really important. Make sure everything works together smoothly, right? Between all those different systems, transactions go faster, more efficient. We've covered a lot, but I think it's time for a quick break. We'll be right back with more real estate insights.
Hey there, thanks for tuning into The Wire. If you're enjoying the show and want to help us keep bringing you the latest in real estate, visit us at thewire.fm and click the Support the Wire button in the main navigation. Your support makes all the difference. Thank you. Now back to the show.
Going through all this, it really feels like disruption is the theme, right? Not just with tech, but like the whole structure of the industry is being questioned.
Yeah, like with NAR membership and these flat fee models becoming more popular.
Exactly. This stuff could really change how real estate works, makes everyone rethink what they do, how they provide value.
It's like an identity crisis, almost. But maybe that's a good thing. Like this shakeup is what's needed to bring real estate into the future, make it more consumer-focused.
You might be right. Disruption is tough, but it often leads to innovation. Look at what tech has done. Brokerages are more efficient, agents have to level up their skills, and consumers expect more transparency and choices.
Reminds me of that article about disrupting yourself from within. It's like the companies that are actively trying to improve, to change, they're the ones that will succeed in the long run.
Exactly. It's not enough to just react to change. You have to anticipate it, embrace it, even create it yourself. That's how you stay ahead of the game.
So what does this mean for broker owners? What can they do to not just survive, but really thrive in this environment?
Well, gotta stay informed, right? Keep up with what's happening in the industry. Read articles, listen to podcasts, go to conferences, talk to other people in the field. It's all about understanding the trends, the challenges, the opportunities.
And not being afraid to question things, right? Ask yourself, is there a better way? Can we use tech to improve this? How can we give more value to our agents and clients?
That's it. Be open to new ideas, new models. Don't reject something just because it's different from the traditional way, like the flat fee model. It used to be radical. Now it's becoming more and more normal.
And don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things, see it works, make adjustments. This industry's always changing, so you got to be willing to constantly improve.
Investing in your agents is huge, too. Give them the training, the tools, the support they need to be successful in this market.
Right, like adopting new tech, offering more flexible commission structures, even coaching them on things like public speaking or social media.
And culture matters. Creating a positive environment where agents feel valued, supported, empowered, that's what attracts and keeps top talent.
Absolutely. Culture can make or break a brokerage, especially now with so much competition. Speaking of competition, look at Anywhere. Sue Yannicone, their CEO, she's all about making their brand stronger.
They've got some big names, right? Coldwell Banker, Century 21, Corcoran.
Yeah.
And they're using their size to grow and be more efficient.
They're investing in things like title insurance, too, through their Upward joint venture.
Smart move. By controlling more of the transaction, it makes things smoother for their agents and clients.
And they're looking into AI, too, to automate more tasks so agents can focus on the stuff that really matters.
It's a smart strategy. Recognizing how things are changing, both in the industry and for consumers.
They also really emphasize communication and collaboration, internally and with their franchisees. They get that the best ideas often come from the people on the front lines, the ones dealing with clients every day.
That's a good lesson for any brokerage. Be open to communication, listen to your agents, and be willing to change based on what they tell you.
Kind of like what we were talking about with NAR. They seem to be listening to those concerns about the value of membership.
Yeah, they started that member experience initiative, doing surveys and focus groups to get feedback and see what needs to be improved.
It's good to see them acknowledging that they need to evolve to stay relevant.
Who knows, maybe this will lead to good changes for the whole industry. More transparency, more flexibility, better support for agents.
It's possible. Now let's switch gears for a minute. Let's talk about the luxury housing market.
Here's something interesting. The overall market has been tough. but the luxury segment is booming.
Really? You'd think high interest rates would affect everyone. What's going on there?
Seems like wealthy buyers don't rely on mortgages as much. They often pay cash, so interest rates don't matter as much to them.
And a lot of them have made money from the stock market or from their homes increasing in value, so they have more money to spend on luxury properties.
And don't forget about generational wealth. Trillions of dollars are going to be passed down over the next decade. A lot of that will probably end up in real estate.
So even if the regular market is slow, luxury real estate seems like it's going to keep growing.
It's a niche market, but it's definitely worth paying attention to, especially for brokerages that work with high net worth clients.
Talking about niches, there's also this trend of people making their homes more eco-friendly.
Yeah, sustainability is becoming more important to buyers, and homeowners are realizing that these upgrades can make their homes worth more.
It's a win-win, right? You live in a more environmentally conscious home and increase your property value at the same time.
And it's not just about big things like solar panels. Even small changes like energy-efficient appliances or drought-resistant landscaping can make a difference.
It's a good reminder that even when the market is uncertain, there are still opportunities for growth and innovation. That's what makes real estate so interesting.
Absolutely. It's a dynamic industry, always changing. And the people who embrace that change, who challenge the status quo, they're the ones who will succeed.
Well, that about wraps up this deep dive. Hope you found it useful.
It's been great exploring these topics with you. As always, we encourage you to keep learning, asking questions, and pushing yourselves to grow.
And remember, real estate is more than just buying and selling. It's about helping people achieve their dreams, build strong communities, create a better future for everyone.
It really is an honor to be a part of such a meaningful industry. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
And before we go, one final thought. We talked a lot about disruption and the challenges the industry is facing.
But here's the thing. Challenges often create opportunities. So as you navigate this changing real estate world,
don't just think about surviving. Think about how you can thrive. Embrace the changes. Be creative. Never stop learning.
This is a time of incredible potential, and the people who are bold enough to take advantage of it will be the ones who shape the future of real estate.
Until next time, keep diving deep. Even after all that, I keep thinking about that self-disruption idea. It's not just about the tech or the business models, right? It's a whole mindset shift.
Yeah, being willing to question everything, even your own ideas. Push yourself outside that comfort zone. Not always easy, though.
It's not, is it? We all like to stick with what we know, especially if it's working. But the thing is, you get too comfortable, you can get complacent. And in real estate, that's dangerous.
It's true. You can't just rely on what got you here. Things change, you got to change with them. What worked before might not work tomorrow.
So how do we do that? How do we embrace this self-disruption thing without getting overwhelmed? Change can be scary,
Start small. Pick one thing you want to get better at. Maybe tech skills, public speaking, how you manage your time. Little improvements add up.
It's like working a muscle, right?
Yeah.
The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you. A mentor, a coach, a group of people you can bounce ideas off of, that can make a huge difference.
It really can. Sometimes you need a fresh perspective to see things differently, break through those barriers.
So as we wrap up, I think that's our takeaway. Embrace the idea of self-disruption.
Don't be afraid to question, experiment, push the boundaries.
Real estate is changing, and the people who change with it, they're the ones who will define what it looks like in the future.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. And until next time, keep diving deep.
The Wire has been brought to you by Resora. Elevate your real estate marketing with Resora. Effortlessly design, manage, and automate stunning email and social campaigns with our intuitive platform built for real estate. Say goodbye to complex marketing. Get started with your free account today at resora.com. And by Notebook LM by Google. Unlock the power of your information with Notebook LM. Upload your documents and instantly access an expert AI that answers your questions, summarizes key points, and generates insights, all based on your specific sources. Become a knowledge master with Notebook LM. Try it now at notebooklm.google.